So apparently, the ideal woman is pure, innocent, wife material, but also sexy, available, hot at all times. She should have the energy of a Disney princess, but somehow the skills of a corn star. She should be mysterious, but not intimidating, confident, but not threatening, beautiful, but like not trying. God forbid she tries. And she should look about 19 for the rest of her life. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to unpack some really unhinged expectations society has for women. Because what the hell is going on? So there is this guy Freud, basically father of modern psychology, which is pretty ironic because he was a certified weirdo, and he came up with this theory called the Madonna complex. And if you do not know what it means, the idea is embarrassingly simple. Society splits women into two boxes: Madonna, pure, sweet, marriage material, good girl, and the sexy, desired, disposable, too much. But here is the funniest part. Men often want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets kind of a situation, but God forbid a woman actually looks sexually experienced. Too innocent? Where's the fun in that? She's boring, frigid, probably too vanilla. Too sexual? Well, suddenly she's for the streets and definitely not a wife material. So basically, women are expected to be innocent, sexy, confident, submissive, naturally beautiful, low maintenance, and untouched at the same time. Totally normal expectations. And the second a woman says she wants a financially stable man, and suddenly everyone starts screaming gold digger at her. Talk about building the system around misogyny. But wait till it gets so much weirder, because it's not enough that women have to navigate this impossible purity versus sexuality thing. They also have to do it while looking young. You all remember how disturbed I was after seeing Cassie from Euphoria dressed as an infant, yeah? Let's revisit that nightmare for a second. Because why are grown women being constantly pushed towards this weird, hyper feminine, childlike aesthetic? Tiny bows, baby voices, schoolgirl energy, barely legal branding, which has become a very famous genre in OnlyFans lately. And somehow it all gets marketed as empowerment. This obsession with childlike features has found one of its most extreme expressions in the East Asian beauty cultures, especially South Korea, Japan, China. Like, can we stop doing everything for the male gaze, please? In South Korea, there is an entire surgical industry built around features that read as younger, softer, more innocent. For example, the Aegyosal surgery, adding a little puff of fat under the eyes. Why? Because apparently it just makes you look like a child who just woke up from a nap. That's the goal, I guess. That's considered cute. Then we know about their famous double eyelid surgery: bigger eyes, more doll like, more youthful. Then they have the facial contouring, basically shaving down the jaw so the face looks smaller, softer, and less like a grown woman. And somehow we are all supposed to act like this is completely normal and healthy beauty culture. There's even a word for this performance in Korean culture, which is called Aegyo, which means performing cuteness. Yeah. Baby talk, pouty face, acting small and coy, done by full grown adults. Yeah.
天生地下为我金翅膀。你好美丽的世界，我的名字叫翅膀，没错，就是传说中的那个接地棒。你美丽又善良，你大方又健康，能不能去小弟我生个宝？
Yeah, like there are literal tutorials on how to do Agyo, aka step-by-step instructions on how to act like a baby but make it attractive. Because apparently being a grown woman is just not marketable enough anymore. And suddenly I understand what Cassie was doing. Can't even be mad, just disturbed. Because if I have to act like a demented toddler to attract a man, which is the easiest creature in this planet, respectfully, mom, I don't need a man. I'll just become the man myself. And then there is Japan. Sweet, quirky, Hello Kitty anime themed Japan. The same country that has an entire corn genre. And I mean an entire thriving, massive commercial genre based around schoolgirl uniforms. Not women who happen to be in uniforms. The uniform is the point. The youth it signals is the point. The innocence it signals is the point. Now I'm going to tell you guys something really, really disgusting. Just don't throw up yet, because when I first got to know about it, I was nauseated, straight up. In Japan, used uniforms and underwears were being sold in vending machines, like actual school uniforms worn by actual school girls. And it took until 2004 for that to become illegal. Not 1954, 2004. Can you believe it? If you want to read more about it, you can just search the term Burusera, that's the name for this industry, and you'll get to see how the innocent schoolgirl wasn't just an aesthetic, it became an economy, out in the open, legal. And the second those girls started looking too grown, too aware, too much like actual adult women, society basically went, alright, cool, next. And then there's this 18th birthday midnight drop thing. Ew, what the hell is actually going on? I see these young girls, the moment they turn 18, at 12 am they are joining OnlyFans and dropping their barely legal content. I don't know, you must have seen it. The countdown, the anticipation, comments like can't wait from grown adults who have been, I need you to understand this, actively waiting for some specific girl to turn 18. And the moment the clock hits midnight, boom, OnlyFans account active, barely legal in their bio, content dropping immediately. I don't know even if I should blame these girls, because it genuinely feels like porn has become America's version of a get rich quick scheme at this point, a legitimate career path, something girls actively plan for. And honestly, why wouldn't they when there is a clearly massive demand for it? Like, why is everything revolving around the male gaze? Because majority of men would actually fall for this aesthetic and would probably blow their kids' college fund on them without thinking twice. The girls aren't the problem here. The men who were counting down is the problem. The platform that profits is the problem. The system that told a girl that the most powerful she will ever be is the moment she turns 18, when she is still just inexperienced enough to be desirable, is the problem. Tell me, how is this empowerment and not exploitation? And all of this, the surgeries, the schoolgirl uniforms, the Aegyo tutorials, the midnight birthday drops, it all circles back to the same original contradiction we started with, the Madonna complex. And I see this playing out in real life around me quite often. Men who cannot be intimate with their own wives because in his head he has built a box that she's too pure, she's respectable, she's the mother of his children. According to him, you don't do such nasty stuff with someone like her. But the girl at the nightclub, different category, different rules. Same man, two women, two different boxes he has built in his own head. Guess what? Both women lose, but the man, he wins twice. The Madonna box makes him feel like a provider, a family man, responsible, respectable, and the box feeds his ego. She's desirable, which means he is desirable. Two women, two boxes, both serving him, and the engine running all of this is the male gaze. And I guess now we know why so many married men like having an extramarital affair. Now let me tell you guys something what inspired me to make this video. I know this guy. Well, I knew this guy who's basically a living embodiment of everything we just talked about. Conservative, traditional, the type who controlled what his girlfriend wore, no dresses, no makeup, kept her covered, kept her modest, kept her in the Madonna box which he built for her in his own head. And I always felt deeply uncomfortable watching that, but I was like, yeah, whatever, some people are just conservative. Except, and here is where it gets disgusting, you would find this same guy all over Instagram thirst traps. Liking, saving, sharing, consuming, embarrassing to watch truly. Madonna box for the girlfriend, different box for everyone else, huh? He sent a photo of a girl in this group chat that my boyfriend is in. A teenager, a literal fucking teenager, around 15, 16 in a bikini. And this guy wrote, I'm telling you guys the exact statement, I could clearly become a pedo for someone like her. I'm sorry, what did you just say? Guys, this is not hypothetical. This is not a character from a show. This is a real person. Because this is the same guy who controls his girlfriend's clothes by day and sends pictures of teenagers in group chat by night. And this exactly is the prime example of the Madonna complex with a side of something perverted. He is the thesis of this entire video. Like, what is going on? And all of it is connected. And it's not some random weirdness from random corners of the internet. It's one thread, one very old, very normalized thread that runs through beauty standards, through media, media, through relationships, through entire economies. It's like being sexy is allowed, but agency is not. Before ending the video, I just want to say that not all men are like this way. I just want to be very clear about that. But you don't have to be a bad person to participate in a broken system. You just never have to question it. I made this video because it was really disturbing for me. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think. For now, this is all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.